And sometimes when you play
Kane
like
needs to be made an example of. Harry Kane needs
no,
to be
I
first.
agree. I agree. We need to do something.
I'll be honest with you. Listen, I have zero hatred towards Spurs. Obviously, me and the Spurs fan had the run in at the start of the season because they were just doing too much Ainge prop. But overall, I'm not sat here hating Spurs. Like, I don't give a fuck about them. I don't give a fuck about Bayern either. So I'm not. There is no club agenda involved here. Like, it's not like he plays for Man United or something. At the end of the day, Harry Kane needs to be made an example of. He needs to be the first person to get dropped because he's been by far England's worst player. You could say Foden was the worst player in the first game. Trent was the worst player in the second game, blah, blah, blah. You know who's been overall crap in the 3 games? Kane. England need a focal point. Someone need to explain to Harry Kane to just stay in the box and do your job. How many times today where you guys see the pattern where the left winger or the right winger gets it and Harry Kane is next to him, but Bellingham's in the box? Yeah, maybe I know Bellingham's a good goal scorer. That doesn't mean you are behind Bellingham. He's supposed to be behind you. That's how the 10 works. The 10 is behind the 9, not the 10 is in front of the 9. That doesn't work. And today, what showed it to me that it's generally Southgate. Phil Foden today, for a period of time, played in that 10 a little bit. He was like a little bit behind the strikers, and he still couldn't make the passes, and he still played like shit because it's the manager, it's the system, it's the style. It's not individuals. It's not someone. Khalas, Hamza. Foden is the next fucking Bergkamp. Like, you know, he made 0 mistakes today. I'm not going to argue with you. Khalas, leave me alone.
number 10.
So point is, let me finish. You can waffle later. Point is, when it comes to England, until Gareth Southgate grows up a pair of balls and actually makes an actual decision to just play offensive football and explain to Kane to either stay in the box or get dropped, then England are going nowhere, regardless who plays. Foden, Palmer, Gordon, whoever.
Say me the lineup.
Foden is the next Messi. Just leave me alone. Man.
No. Listen, can I say one thing? I just want to say one thing about Saka because I think everybody's been a bit harsh on Saka, to be honest. I don't think he had a bad game. I think in that first half it was Foden and him that were the only players that were trying to go forward. There's no way that he can have five passes into the final third and we're saying that he didn't try to go forward. He was too deep. He was invisible for the whole game. Like he wasn't. I think Saka was actually pretty good in that first half, but people are going to sit there and say to him, just because Cole Palmer came in and straight away done 2 passes, all of a sudden Saka's trash and Foden is the best thing since sliced bread. Yeah. Like, I genuinely don't think that's the case. Palmer. I think Saka was not. Palmer. I don't think that Saka was that bad, to be honest. I don't. I think he was actually had a decent game, but everybody's going to sit here. Everybody's going to create agendas. Listen, it's tribalism at the end of the day, but this is football now. This is football where people are going to come out and say that Saka's bad, and it is where it is. We just have to live with it. I've heard it all the time since he's been playing. And listen, I'm not saying that Cole Palmer. I'm not saying that Cole Palmer was bad, by the way. I'm not saying that Cole Palmer was bad because when Cole Palmer came on, he actually lit up. I think he was actually good, but all I'm saying is let's not say that Saka was bad because I think he was taking the ball forward. In that first half, he was always trying to turn the man and he was always trying to run forward. He was always trying to cut in and run to the middle and try and pass the ball to someone forward. Like there was a few times where he had no options, of course, but majority of the time he passed forward.
I'll play those 3.
No, can I add something, Terry? Before guys, to be honest with you, I have no affiliation with any club, right? And I'm not English. But what I saw from Palmer and Maino, just in that time, and Gordon, I'm gonna just tell you what happened. The energy, them wanting to prove themselves in front of everybody. I feel some of the English players on the pitch are too comfortable. The likes of Harry Kane, the likes of Saka, the likes of Foden, and even the likes of Bellingham are too comfortable. Yes, the system is not bad. But the way I saw Palmer and Kobe Maino trying to prove themselves and trying to show the world we can do this job, maybe that's what England needs. Maybe England needs a spark. Maybe these guys are just too comfortable. Maybe they are 2 stars in their heads and the media makes them stars for their clubs that they aren't given 100%. I'm not accusing them of that, but internally, you're like, I'm the star. I'm going to start the next game. These guys are too... I saw Cole Palmer running to the left, to the right, trying, doing things. Kobe Maino. By the way, when Kobe Maino came on, England looked more to connect more passes in the final third, right? I know that people want to skip, but the guy's 18 years old. He created that chance for Kane when he went to Cole Palmer and he didn't score it. But I saw Kobe Maino trying to prove a point. Like, Anthony Gordon, Kobe Mainoo, and Cole Palmer, they are trying to prove a point. Maybe that's the competition that the Sakas, the Foden, the Bellingham are too comfortable. That's what this is, and this is why maybe they aren't performing well. And it's Southgate or not Southgate. I think it's a chance to maybe implement one of these guys next game.
You can't
Maybe
include
do it.
Saka in that.
never gonna
Saka
happen.
has been good
No,
3 games.
Saka as well. No, Sam, you're protecting Saka too much now. You're doing it too much.
Why
Oh my
Saka?
God.
Why would you say
he's
that
not been
about
good, but he hasn't
Saka?
been bad.
No, but I need Mo to explain that. Why is no Saka has to be included in that? Why?
Why not Saka?
Because
I
in
said
the 3
Foden,
games,
Bellingham, Harry Kane, Saka, and you guys defend Saka. I think all of them, maybe one of them. I don't know who. By the way, it might be Foden, it might be Bellingham, it might be Harry Kane.
because Saka hasn't been
I
Saka
never
hasn't been
said, by the
bad.
way, the difference between I never said Saka. I said Saka included in this. You jump in to defend Saka because you're too protective.
I'm not protective. I'm not protective.
There's a Man City
I
fan and a
understand. I
Liverpool fan
understand.
even defending
And
him.
he is
I
as well
understand
protective.
I understand if
I
Saka.
have
I
the biggest
understand if
agenda on
Saka.
Saka, man.
Exactly, he has the biggest.
I have the
but he's
biggest
talking
agenda
about
on Saka.
But
He
all I'm
is-
saying,
He was brilliant. You can't.
this is how you. So I'll tell you how you get the best of Saka. If you put Phil Foden in the middle and play him in the 10, the link up between Phil Foden and Saka will be immense. You see it when Phil Foden comes into the middle. They do little 1-2s with each other and then they pass to each other. It's fluid.
Foden acts like an Odegaard to Saka.
Yes, exactly. Phil Foden will play that Odegaard role and Phil Foden can shoot from outside the box. It's perfect. But with the manager the manager at the top, he's brain dead. This guy needs to leave this job ASAP because I genuinely think I don't understand how you can be a manager at this top level and you lack brain cells. It doesn't make sense to me. How can you sit here?
Do you really believe that's the case? I want to. You're all in English,
Yes.
right? Some
Yes.
of you, all of you are English, apart from me and Hussam. Do you guys think he doesn't know what you guys are saying? Now, none of his assistants are telling him. By the way, maybe you want to try Foden. I genuinely believe there is a reason why he doesn't play Foden in the 10.
you know?
Yeah, because he's not got no balls, Mo. He's got no balls, Mo. He is not. He is no, Mo. I am telling you now, this manager has no balls. He don't want to start upsetting Jude Bellingham and these men. He don't want to upset them, bro, because he don't want to lose.
Do you know what you're saying, Giuseppe? You're literally doing what Chelsea fans said about Pochettino when they said an inside job. He doesn't want to play the right players because of this and that. You guys are saying the same. You guys are saying Southgate is a stupid man. That's what you guys are saying.
Yes.
Low IQ.
Yes.
Everyone here thinks Southgate as a person is a low.
He's never achieved anything as a
Mo,
player.
can I say
He's
something?
a low IQ
Really
individual.
come after him.
He's a low IQ individual. As a
Mo, you know
whole.
what
He's
proves
low
that?
IQ.
He played
Yes.
front midfield first 2 games. Today he
refuse
brings
to
him
believe
right.
that
All right, one at a
Southgate
time,
as
please. Let Mo make your last point, and then someone can jump in.
Last point. I refuse to believe that Southgate is just a low IQ person. Maybe he's an incompetent manager. Maybe he doesn't know football. But that decision that everyone in the media is telling him to play Palmer, I believe there has to be a reason. Foden. There has to be a reason why he doesn't play Foden. A logical reason.
Because he wants to play Jude Bellingham, and that's the only logical reason it could be. Because for
And
me,
more.
it's as simple as this. This manager, today was the day. This match was the match. He's not going to change it now. We can all hope and pray that he changes it against the Netherlands. He's not going to change it against the Netherlands because today was the match to see if he changed everything. And what did he do? He brought on his favourite boy off the bench, Gallagher. That's the only change he made to the whole entire team.
It's going to be so interesting to see whether because Mainoo should start the next game. Matt, before I go to the super chats, you said something in the group chat that me and Giuseppe want to hear you say publicly.
Yeah, no. I apologize on Kobe Mainoo. He was very good in the midfield. In that last 45, I feel he controlled that midfield very well. And I didn't think he was a controller. I didn't think he had that ability about him. But after seeing that display, I want him to start. He needs to start the next game because he provides that balance in that midfield for Rice to play well and for that 10 to play well.
You're going to buy some stocks.
Is he even on there?
No, Mainoo's IPO on Stocks FC has not come out, but that is the one I'm pumping some serious money into. Is going to be Kobe Mainoo.
There you are.
When those Kobe Mainoo stocks come out, that is where I'm pumping some serious money. I'm telling you. But you haven't played Stocks FC yet. Go and take a look at it. As I say, It's a really, really cool site. And the protection that comes in is once a player's stocks have been sold, when they go on an IPO, they never release any more. And then you, the users, control the buying and the selling of the stocks. So therefore, you know, pump and dumps, etc., can't be done because it's all transfers amongst each other, if that makes sense. And then rewards and then paid to you by Stocks FC. They get that money from the sale of the IPO. So it's a very, very, very good environment in terms of that. You should go and check it out. I know a lot of you have gone and signed up. We are giving away a free ball from the Champions League final in 2019, signed by Trent Alexander-Arnold. Someone who signs up in these opening England games is going to be given a free. He's going to be given that. He's going to win that. Who did you invest in today, by the way, Giuseppe? Who did you invest in?
I invested in a few players, to be fair. Martinelli, I had to get a few Martinellis in. A few stocks in Martinelli. I had to get a few stocks in Foden as well. Because when I see the price for the Foden stocks, I was just like, yeah, this is the time to buy Foden stocks because it's definitely going up. I bought Braithwaite, Branthwaite. I bought some in Wharton as well. And then I bought one more. Mbuemo. Because you know what it was with Mbuemo? I never realized this guy's age. Like I always think he's like 29 or something. He's like 24.
Martinelli's stocks are looking good as well, because looking at Martinelli's stocks right now, I'm just going to put them up on the on the screen so that everybody can see. When you look at Martinelli's stocks, they're really interesting because Martinelli stocks, as it stands, because he didn't have the greatest of season, he's a lot cheaper to buy now than he was at the start of last year. But you look at them rewards, you look at the rewards that are highlighted here, like the rewards in this guy, you can see that have been paid out. Like that's where the stock is, but the rewards. So I'm going to go back a little bit because I've got this on a smaller screen. £6,300 of awards that have been paid out in his name, but his stocks are now available for about $150, which is really, really good. But you mentioned Phil Foden. That's who I personally invested in today. And when you look at all players on here, he had 10% growth in the last 24 hours. A lot of people have been investing in him, which is good to see. Who's been the biggest jump in the last 24 hours? Did Paqueta play well for Brazil?
Nope.
I think he got the highest rating. I didn't watch the game.
Okay, yeah, he had like an 80% increase, but he's really cheap at the minute because I think people have been selling their stocks in him because of what's been going on, if that makes sense. So here they all are. But yeah, like Wharton's having a little bit of a rise, 17%. Declan Rice, 10% rise, as we were talking about earlier. Not everybody has been released yet. Trent Alexander-Arnold only just had his IPO come out, one of the biggest selling stocks in the history of Stocks FC, as well as you can see. So he's just come out. So his chart is only like 3 days old, and it's already had a little bit of a jump. Already $290 paid out on rewards on this guy, and he's been out for a couple of days. Some people been out 2 years and have done a few thousand. 290 already from him. So yeah, listen, people, if you back these players and you think they can make some money, get yourselves onto Stocks FC. It's a great little site. Super chat here says, Terry, I agree with all what yourself and the panel said, but I also want to add that England do not have that clutch moment. Yesterday, Italy were crap, but they have that clutch moment. Spain, Portugal, too. Yeah, look, you're right. We haven't had that yet.
Jude Bellingham, because he's been clutch for
Steven Gerrard don't play for England
loads of times, and
Terry, that's the question I wanted to ask. Why is it? What a shame that Italy have got players from Atalanta, Genoa, bunch of jokes. Yeah, not even one of the best, but able to play like a team. And in England, got the best right back, second best right back, one of the best midfielders, one of the best wingers, the best striker in the world, one of the best number 10. They can't gel together. And you got Italy, who I thought are a joke. I thought a team that got knocked out to Macedonia will not qualify. And Italy with Calafiori, a 22-year-old from Bologna, is starring better than a lot of English players. Uncomfortable conversation.
Can I answer that? Can I answer that quickly? The reason for why that's happening is because the manager is playing the defensive style football when the majority of his players play attacking style football, bro. The majority of their teams, they play attacking style football. So the manager is not even playing towards what the players are used to. He's taking them from what they're used to, which is attacking style football, and he's saying, hold on a minute, let's go to defensive style football. Even though you guys play for attacking teams and possession-based football in players in Man City and players from Arsenal, do you know what I mean? Let's forget about the possession-based football that you guys play and the attacking style of football that you guys play. Let's play defensive style of football, keeping the ball, soaking the pressure. Like, what is this? Utilize your players and play them how you'd get the best out of them. That's the reason why. Italy, the Italian manager, at least he's gonna try and play the players in a way that they play in Italy, bro.
By the way, I've had to watch Italy and England, so moment silence for my mental health, mate.
Yeah, you're in the mud, bro.
But no, I the thing is with Italy is, do you know what it is as well?
Funny because Romania was a better game than any England game.
It is a little bit that heritage as well. I feel like where Italy just, I don't know, where they've been there, done it and stuff. That's what England needs sort of, I think we need to sort of.
Bro, there's no heritage. England and Italy are both crap and you're both not winning the Euros. Just say it as it is. Ain't no heritage.